Hello everyone, my name's David Edgar. I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you tonight after Rangers finally got a win on the road in 2022. Yes, in our fifth away game of 2022, Rangers finally picked up 3 points with a 1-0 victory over St Johnstone in a pretty turgid match. It hadn't been a great day in terms of atmosphere around Rangers today. The announcement that they are taking part in this Australian folly was announced and was pretty much met like a solid fart in the bath by the Rangers support. We shouldn't be doing it. This is a side who that we're going over there to play who can't even bring themselves to use our name, and they can't show us the basic civility, and yet when it comes to making a few bob, we're willing to jump into bed to them. Not for me. You're free to disagree, of course, but it's just not something that I'm particularly comfortable with. And that meant that there was even more pressure on a Rangers side that was going to be under pressure regardless because of what happened at the weekend. Again, the manager sticks to pretty much the same team. Fashion Sakala, I thought, was a wee bit unlucky to be dropping to the bench, and into the side came Leon Balogun at the back, and that's pretty much the only change. And at the start, it looked as though freshness wouldn't be an issue on a complete ploughed field. McDermott Park surface was horrible, and at the start it looked as though Rangers were in the mood to make amends. They got off to a fantastic start. Beautiful goal. Connor Goldson, 3 minutes. Sends a pass right through to Alfredo Morelos. What a touch from him. He just clips it round the corner. There's Glenn Kamara galloping on. And for the second time in a few weeks, because he did it against Hearts as well, finished like Frank Lampard. Absolutely brilliant. Just took the ball, put it past the goalkeeper for 1-0. And you felt that gave Rangers a platform that we would need to go on and dominate, but it didn't really happen. And in fact, by the end of the first half, St Johnstone had 65% of the possession at the last 10 minutes of that half. It was a bad pitch, and I do think that we need to talk about the way that some of the Rangers players look. They look tired, they look jaded. Arfield tonight was a ghost of himself, and he's trying hard enough, but there's just nothing in the tank. You could say the same about Aribo, and I thought Kent in the second half, and yet no substitutes. We've made one substitute in the last 180 minutes of football for the last 10 minutes chasing a goal against Motherwell. We're playing weekend, midweek, weekend all the time right now. I don't know if it's sustainable, and I think tonight it was visibly noticeable that the guys were struggling a bit. And also, what does it say to the guys on the bench? It suggests the manager doesn't trust you, which can't be great for confidence. I just found it really bizarre. Rangers did have other chances. Alfie hit the post. He was at the heart of everything good that we did in the first half. Scott Arfield should have scored, but he put it over the bar just before half-time. Into the second half, we did have the ball in the net. Thumping header from Connor Goldson, but unfortunately he was offside. No complaints about this one. And Scott Arfield's forced a good save from the goalkeeper after good work by Joe Aribo, although Willie Collum didn't notice that the goalkeeper had touched it around the post. Of course, there were nerves going into that last 10-15, just because of what's been happening to us lately. You just see, when I saw Stevie May coming on, who I think is hopeless, I thought, oh my God, he's absolutely going to score. Normally, he couldn't hit a cow's arse with a Rickenbacker, but I just thought for a minute, he's going to definitely pop up and score one. And that's, you know, the mood, unfortunately, it's been around the club. See if we win this league, then we'll look back on tonight as being fairly crucial, because we didn't play well. And after the disappointment of the weekend, it was likely to be a struggle against a side that we have struggled badly against in the last 2 seasons. But they are a very limited side, St Johnstone. Their league position doesn't lie. We needed to get a victory, and now we move on to Saturday when we take on Aberdeen at Ibrox in the 150th game. Get a win there, get a good win there, then, you know, we're heading towards being back on track at the business end of the season. What I will say is we need to freshen up the side. There are guys out there tonight who looked as though they were running on the smell of an oily rag, and it's not fair on them. You know, I felt for the likes of Arfield out there tonight. He's trying, but his legs are just not going there. So I think the manager has got to just have more trust. There are some good players there. Sakala could have came on, Wright could have came on, Ruth could have came on, Alex Lowry could have came on. There are decent players there, and we need to use them, because we can't ask 12, 13 players to run themselves into the ground in all the competitions we've got left that we want to compete in. Thanks for listening to me, folks. If you want to hear more from me, go to patreon.com/heartandhand. That's patreon.com/heartandhand. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.